In this video, I'm going to do a walkthrough of how to do the Saronite Shuffle in Wrath Classic. The first step, of course, is to buy Saronite ore. I use TSM to decide if it is worth it to buy the ore or not by looking at the prospect value. But you don't need TSM for this. All you need to do is research your market prices on your server of how much an average Saronite ore should cost and what the best days to buy are. Things to consider are raid days, since Saronite bars are used in engineering consumes that many people use for raid. So you just want to get a feel for what the prices should be like on your server. So I've bought the ore and now I'm on my jewel crafter, where I'm going to use TSM destroy to destroy the ores and prospect them into gems. This part of the shuffle takes a minute, and you're going to need a lot of bag space to do it, so keep that in mind. After prospecting all of the ore, I'm going to cut some of the gems into profitable cuts while keeping the rest just to keep in my guild bank or sell on the auction house. Next, I'm going to buy crystallized earth or eternal earth from the auction house so that I can craft the green gems into greens that can be disenchanted. So here I am on my jewel crafter again, where I'm going to craft all my green gems into green items that can be disenchanted. I also sent myself a frozen orb so that I can craft the icy prism and hopefully get some more blue gems out of the icy prism. I will have a list in the description of items that you can turn into greens with the green gems. Not all of the green gems can be turned into items, and those can just be sold on the auction house or kept for jewel crafting dailies. You'll notice that I'm crafting some blues. That's because you can also craft blues to disenchant into blue DE crystals, but this is going to depend on what is more profitable. The greens turn into disenchanting dust, and the blues turn into crystals. So based on your server, you can decide which is more profitable to craft. Now on my disenchanting character, I'm going to open all the items from my mailbox that I sent to my disenchanter and disenchant them. This will take a while. So back on my bank alt, you can see that I have some of the jewel crafting gems that I cut, some that I turned into items and then DE'd, and some that I kept raw. I'm going to post these now and cash out. So that's all you need to know in order to do Saronite shuffles on Wrath Classic. In the background, I'm going to show footage from me doing this on a much larger scale and how much money I made after selling these on a raid day. Things to keep in mind are days where Saronite ore is cheap and days where your output is expensive, which is typically going to be raid days. Scarlet rubies especially are really expensive on raid days, and same with DE mats. And Saronite ore is typically cheaper on the weekends.